Hey guys, it's BW and we're back out in the garage. We're out here just messing around. It's one of those days where you just have fun working in the garage. I'm going to start polishing this shaft. We're going to start off there. I don't know where the video goes from there. We'll see. Stick around and check us out. Alright guys, let me show you first off what I have. I'm missing a few things. I ran down to Harbor Freight and I picked up one of these buffer units, but they didn't have any of the 7 or 9 inch wool wheels with the correct, the clay bars. All they really had was car buff and stuff. They had spots for where the wool was, but they didn't have any. So I figured I'll try to make do with what I have and we'll see how it goes. Phil has a kit for this I could borrow from him, but he's tied up with the firehouse today, so I'm going to try to see what I could do. Worst case scenario, I got it real close to where it needs to be, and then I borrowed a kit to finish it out, right? I don't know. But anyway, as you guys can see, let me show you real quick. I did a little experiment with it, and it worked out pretty good. All right, this is what I have, all right? It's just raw aluminum. So what I did here, I did this little spot right here. I wet sanded it with 600 grit paper. And after I wet sanded it, I buffed it with that little wool thing I got. I picked that up while I was down there too for my grinder, just to, so I could play around. And it came up okay. But then I have this chemical over here. The bottoms broke off of it, but I put a little bit of that on there. It's called Beyond Steel. It's for aluminum. It's metal polish. And it's all I got here at the house, and I dropped it and the bottom broke, but I could still get the chemical out of there, so we use it. And I polished it with that, and it looks pretty gosh darn good. I mean, it's not mirrored yet, but look, you can still see my reflection a little bit in it, and there's the difference. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to wet sand and then polish, and then put the metal polish on there and buff it up with a rag, and then we'll take it from there and we'll keep moving our way down. But before I do that, I got to get this sticker off, and I don't want to destroy the sticker. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to try to save it. We'll see what happens. I don't have a heat gun, but I brought out a hair dryer. I'm going to heat it up and see if I can just get it off, right? And if I can get it off in one piece. Our buddy Turlo Garage made us this target. I still got to get a piece of metal for it, but this is nice and smooth because I haven't peeled off for the sticker yet. I'm just going to lay the sticker on there until I figure out what I want to do with it. You guys know Turlo. All right, so let me get set up with that, and let me get. All right, well, I mean, it worked out pretty good. There's still a little tacky right there, but we'll get that off. You guys can see that I had one small little tear on it. Once I lay it back down, you can't really see it. It's right there. So we got the, we tried to, if it's saved, it's saved. If it's not, it's not. But we got it off in one piece. It had to come off. All right, on to the next thing. I'm going to do some wet sanding. Let me bring you over over and show you. That's just a quick wet sand. You can see the difference. There's that compared to that. And that's what we're shooting for today anyway with what we got. So let me go ahead and try to do a little bit of buffing on this. And then we'll switch over to the polish after that. So let's see how it goes. All right, guys, let's take a look at what it looks like right now. We got the side we haven't touched yet, right? And then we get into where we're at about the halfway point. I'm guessing that's close to half. I got it buffed. And now I'm gonna put some of that chemical solution on there and try to get it to shine up so it all comes up just like that. So let's put some of that solution on and see what happens. Coming up okay. I really need that big 7-inch wool wheel, I think. But it's getting there. What do you guys think? You know, if we can get it looking like this and we can finish that up with that 7 or 9-inch wheel that we borrow off of Phil tomorrow, I think we're gonna be in good shape. So let's just keep working at it. I'll be back in a few. All right, guys. Well, on this side, we wet sanded it with 600. There's still a little nickies here and there, and then we polished it with our polisher, and then we hit it with that solution, and it came up, you know, pretty good. I mean, you can see a pretty good reflection. I think we can do better, but we're gonna keep going. Now this side here, I haven't touched yet. I just turned it around. 2 lives ago, Rick from Poor Possum Garage and his brother Bob suggested I get this aluminum boat cleaner. They called it pontoon boat cleaner. And they said, after they seen my shaft, they said, well, that's not going to do anything for that, but I still want to check it out and try it, because you can see there's oxidation in here. And if I can get this back to raw aluminum, maybe we can skip the wet sand process. I don't know. We're going to try it. So it says use a scrub brush. I'm going to use a 3M pad and put a little bit of the solution on there and see what it does. All right. So let's do it together and see. So we did half the one way, we'll do this half the other way. We'll see how it goes. All right? We're experimenting, we're having some fun. All right, so put a little bit of this solution on. Wow, that's really cool. That makes for a nice satin finish, guys. Look at that. That makes for a real nice satin finish. There's the stuff we started with. I want to see how this polishes up. We might have to do a redo on that other side. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to get overly confident yet. All right, let me flip this over and I'll be right back. All right, guys, well, like I say, it looks like a nice satin finish. There's the polished side, and then there's the satin finish that we did with this cleaner. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to figure out what I want to do the second step. Do I want to put some of this chemical polish that I have on there, or do I want to try to buff it with that little buffing wheel? I think I'm going to try a little bit of this chemical, because I can always wipe it, wash it right back off. Let's see what it does. Why not? Why not? We'll do the first little section, see how it comes up. We're probably going to have to polish it with the polish. All right, guys, well, we'll take a look at this real quick. I'd give it a C, the overall job. It's not perfect. It's nice, but it's not what we're looking for. So what we're going to do is we're going to borrow the correct stuff tomorrow from Phil and continue on with this. But we had fun playing with it. We're going to get the 9-inch cloth wheel. I may strip this back down to bare aluminum again. We'll see. Because look how fast that came back up. The side that I just chemical cleaned is equal, if not a little bit better, than the side I sanded and then polished. So we'll figure it out. Fun day though, I'm having a good time. Alright guys, well, I just got done hanging out with Phil. He let me borrow his buffing kit. We're gonna give it a try. Like I told you, I bought this grinder from Harbor Freight. I had to grind the back of it to make it work so it would fit his tool. This is a Zephyr Super Shine polishing kit. It comes with 3 wheels. The yellow and this brown compound is for cutting it down. The purple with the green is for intermediate. And then there's a white and a white for finishing. After that, I'm supposed to just wipe it down with a polish that I have sitting over there. So I'll show you that real quick. We'll see how it goes. There's your perfection polish. You just wipe it on with a rag after you're done, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a polishing expert. We're just learning. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to undo what we did yesterday, but that's all right. It's a learning curve. All right. So let's give it a shot. Alright guys, I made 1 revolution of the shaft with this cutting compound and the rough pad, and it looks great. Wow, that's just step 1. Way better than what we came up with yesterday with the chemicals. Alright, so I'm going to get ready to set up for number 2 pad, and we'll see how that one goes. Alright, we got the purple green pad. We're going to put a little bit of the purple green compound on there and make a revolution with this. Alright guys, well, we just made 1 revolution with step 2. You can really see it starting to come up. So I want to bring you over and show you real quick. It looks really cool. I mean, it's really, really nice. But you can just tell the longer you spend on this, the shinier it'll get. But wow. Wow. So the first one stripped down everything that we did yesterday and started into a nice polish. The second one really took that next step. So we're gonna make one revolution. It's getting late, so we don't want to make noise all night. So we're just gonna make one revolution tonight with the third and final, and we'll see how it looks. Guys in, I'm pretty impressed with this setup. Now keep in mind, I made one revolution with each pad and each compound, and you be the judge. Look at that. Look how shiny that is. Now I'm gonna run this solution that Phil got here, this Pro 40 Perfection. I got some towels over there. They say rub this on till it turns black and dries, and then rub it off. I mean, this is the whole way around, guys. I'm rolling the shaft, showing you. This is crazy good, man. All right, well, it says that we got to wait until this stuff turns black. So it looks like it's just starting to turn. Put it on there. We'll give it a few minutes, and then we're supposed to buff it out with the rag, and it's supposed to seal and protect the metal. All right, guys, take a look. I put the sealer cleaner on there, and I am impressed. This was one revolution with each compound. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm sure if you just stayed there on it all day, you could get it to like a big rig bumper or something. Like, look at the tag on there, the weight on there, how nice and shiny it is. It's incredible. We're happy with it. That's what we're going with. All right, guys. Well, I brought you along for the whole ride on this one. You know, yesterday we didn't have everything we needed, so we just played with what we had in the shop, and we got it pretty good. Today we were over there working on that bike with Phil, and then we borrowed that buffing setup that he has, the system he has, this Zemphyr Super Shine X polishing kit. And it works great. Like I said, I just showed you guys. I'm really happy with it. We're gonna go with it. I think what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna scribe a line, and we're gonna paint that one black line on there. That way we'll know if our drive shaft ever twists. I don't think it will, but somebody mentioned that, and that's a really cool idea. Plus it'll look pretty cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it at least somewhat entertaining. I really had fun doing it. What I really need you guys to do is remember to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. It gives me some momentum to keep making content, and I'd appreciate it if you did it for me. All right? So until next time, take care, everybody.